This is Mission Control Houston. Atlantis flying 233 miles above the Atlantic Ocean, moving from southwest to northeast in an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator. We are about 7.5 minutes away from the deployment of this small 8-pound satellite called PicoSat, which is covered with solar cells to provide data on new solar cell technology. It is tucked away inside a small canister, as you see in this depiction on the starboard side wall of Atlantis's payload bay. It will be spring ejected, as have other such payloads in the past, and will provide data for the principal investigators on the ground of how those solar cells are reacting to the low Earth orbit environment. This will be a very slow deploy, and cameras in the payload bay are expected to track the PicoSat until it is out of the field of view. The shuttle has been placed in free drift, all thrusters disabled for the moment. As we count down the final 40 seconds till the spring-ejected deployment.
Atlantis, Houston, congratulations on the 180th successful deployment of a payload from the shuttle's payload bay.
We copy that, Houston. We'll call the deployment time MET 11 days, 16:20.
And we copy.
And with that, the final deployment of a payload in Space Shuttle program history is complete as the small PicoSat satellite is on its way. Capcom Barry Wilmore congratulating the crew on the 180th deployment of a payload in Space Shuttle history.
Hey, Butch, you and I have been through enough FAM deploy sims down the ground along with a number of folks in the control center. We know that a deployment poem is required. So if you're ready to indulge me, here we go.
We are absolutely correct.
Copy. One more satellite takes its place in the sky, the last of many that the shuttle let fly. Magellan, Galileo, Hubble, and more have sailed beyond her payload bay doors. They filled science books, and still more is to come. The shuttle's legacy will live on when her flying is done. We wish PicoSat success in space where it roams. It can stay up here, but we're going home. Yes, soon for the last time, we'll gently touch down, then celebrate the shuttle with our friends on the ground. Thanks, Houston.
Outstanding, Rex. We applaud you.
Houston, Atlantis, step 10, switch reconfig is complete.
We copy step 10. Thank you.
This is Mission Control Houston. As you saw and heard, The PicoSat is on its way, having been spring ejected from the canister on the starboard wall of the payload bay of Atlantis at 2:49 a.m. Central Time, while Atlantis was flying 239 miles over the North Atlantic. Capcom Barry Wilmore congratulated the crew on the 180th and final deployment of a payload in space shuttle program history. And not to be outdone, mission specialist Rex Walheim read a poem for the flight control team here in Mission Control regarding the history of deployments of payloads from the space shuttle.